All right, guys, Devin and Thomas here. So last couple of videos, we talked a little bit about foot, ankle, knee, kind of some corrective exercises and kind of things to address. Now we're going to work farther up the chain and kind of focus more on the hip structure, okay? So one exercise we like to give out to a lot of our athletes and patients is a 90-90 hip rotation, okay? So what I want to focus on today is just talk about how to set up properly, okay? So Thomas is going to demo. So what he's going to do is we're trying to create these 90-degree angles in the joints. So in the knee, we're looking for a 90-degree angle. And actually in the ankle, we want to create a 90-degree angle. And then once we get the back leg set up, we'll create a 90-degree angle through the thigh as well, okay? So the goal with this exercise is to maintain those shapes on the what we call the trailing leg and the leading leg, okay? So what we want to focus on is gaining global hip mobility, meaning full internal, external rotation of the hip, and some hip flexion extension as well, okay? So this is really good for runners, functional fitness athletes, anybody living life and just moving, okay? It's good to get on the floor and get out of that seated posture for a little bit and kind of change your posture, your positioning. So in this position, what you're going to do, okay, leading leg, we're going to focus on stretching the back part of the hip. Okay, pure formis, hip rotators. So what he's going to do is bring both hands in front of his knee onto the floor, and he's going to try to close the space between his knee and the floor and drive his knee and create a contraction in that hip. And what he's learning and teaching his brain is how to engage his hip in a shortened position. So he's taking that muscle and lengthening it where he feels a stretch, and then he's training it how to contract in that limited position. So one, it's going to help prevent injuries, hopefully, going forward. So after he does about like a 30-second hold, okay, he's going to walk his hand behind his hip and try to change his chest position and his trunk position towards the trailing leg, and we're getting that inter-rotation. And sometimes people will start to kind of complain about, I feel crampy, I feel pinching. That's okay. That muscle's working overtime, okay? So it's not necessarily going to be a threat every single time you feel that. So after, again, another 30-second hold, the tricky part is being able to transition now and create the same shape on the opposite side. So he's going to swivel and do a good job of how he's keeping his feet on the ground. And then if he makes any sort of deviation away from that starting position or what we call normal, okay, then he's going to correct himself, get back into that 90-degree setup, and then he's going to repeat that same pattern for 30 seconds on the leading leg and then 30 seconds on the trailing leg. This can be done for 1 to 3 sets, okay? You can just turn on a timer, okay, for like 5 to 10 minutes, hanging out with the family, getting on the floor, and just doing some hip rotation and getting out of the chair or that desk posture, okay? So try this one every day, see how it feels for a couple weeks, implementing that into your routine, and good luck